An AEW talent has been released due to budget cuts. Plus, Toni Storm debuts on AEW Dynamite, and a SmackDown star has responded to their latest name change. All in the wrestling news right now. We kind of saw this one coming. I think Marco Stunt has said all but this as well.
Yeah.
He is done with AEW. Marco Stunt is gone. So Fightful reporting. After reporting recently that Marco Stunt's AEW contract is set to expire in May, Fightful can confirm that he will be leaving the company. We were told that last week, Marco Stunt got the call from AEW Talent Relations in the form of Christopher Daniels and was informed that the company would not be renewing his contract. It was claimed that Daniels cited budget cuts and a large number of people on the roster as the reason that the deal was not renewed. And we haven't seen him for half a year.
Yeah, it's a strange one, this, because Marco Stunt's a very unique talent, and I think that, you know, having him be there and be involved with AEW so much in the early days, I just figured he was going to be a lifer.
Yeah, it felt that way because he was somebody that, you know, the Jurassic Express trio was a really nice combination. Could Marco Stunt become the world champion? No, but...
Well, there's nothing stopping
Nothing to stop him, but in that setup, maybe not, but there was a lot to love from it. I think this kind of... it exposes an issue within AEW, and it's something that we call WWE out on, and it's right that we call AEW out on it as well.
Okay.
It's the roster size, and this is an issue they were not just running towards, but sprinting towards at some point.
Yeah, I think that AEW have had it kind of rough in that regard. It's not exactly, oh, this is the worst situation to be in. Look at the depth of talent we have available in the free agent column. It's not exactly a bad situation to be in, but at the same time, as the rising second, the rising company in American wrestling, there's a lot of pressure there to take in a lot of free agents, and so the roster has just ballooned, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think the one differential between AEW ballooning the roster and WWE ballooning the roster is, at least with a lot of the AEW guys, you have the option to go and do other stuff.
Yeah,
you can go and do stuff for GCW, for now Tony Khan owned ROH. You can go and do stuff for a multitude of other places, stuff for New Japan and things like that. Whereas with WWE, it's like you work for us and you wait for that phone call. But even so, we kind of saw this was a thing coming with Joey Janela going recently, and now Marco Stunt, and I think we're going to see a few of those ones, as Sam said, like lifers, who were there on day dot.
I mean, well, we already saw Cody, right? And Cody was the huge shock, and again, another person that I didn't ever see leaving the company. So I think there is going to be a lot more maybe on the horizon that, if it comes to it and people are released, we may see some shocking names there.
We may very well do as they continue to.
But at the same time, it feels kind of like AEW is trying to, stoke the fire a little bit of territorial style wrestling again, because they're allowing people to move off into other places while they're under contract. And I feel that because of that and because of the way they work with the indies, it means that, when people leave WWE and they sometimes leave the door ajar, or they slam it shut, it feels like the door's very much got like a full-blown fire hydrant just kind of sat next to it, holding it open. So it feels very much like people will be able to come and go a lot easier from AEW and just kind of seamlessly come back. And I don't know, it's something we may see, but it's shocking nonetheless. I
think that the line, if this is the case, because Fightful have reported this, that Christopher Daniels used citing budget cuts in AEW it's one thing to say that, and I get it, you want to kind of keep an eye on things, and this is the use.
It's the WWE excuse.
It's the WWE excuse, but you're doing that on the same night, and it's not their fault at all. Toni Storm debuts with AEW.
I think as well. AEW at least haven't been posting record profits.
Yes, there is absolutely that.
Week after week, we made another $6 billion.
Yeah,
and Vince is just rolling around in a pool full of money.
There is no rolling of a pool of money, but we will get to it because objectively, subjectively, whichever you choose, it is exciting to see Toni Storm on the books for AEW. She was the mystery opponent for the Bunny in the first round of the Owen Hart tournament, and she won in pretty pretty succinct fashion.
First person to qualify, right?
Yeah, and off she goes. The tournament will conclude at Double or Nothing in May. And Toni Storm, very emotional post-win. I think even Jim Ross was very shocked with the reaction that Toni got on when she walked out.
Possibly the hottest free agent in women's wrestling until this signing here. So it's no surprise. Somebody that I think, made the right choice here. I don't know if WWE were really ever going to be ready to fully pull the trigger on Toni.
Absolutely not. I think that there was a reluctance to, and she betted on herself.
And I mean, she bet on herself before. She was at WWE and she had a lot of success. So, WWE is very much the odd experience here.
What an April for Toni Storm. You make a stunning debut for AEW and you make bank on OnlyFans. My gosh, you make the money, Toni. Well deserved. Very well deserved. We could see another former WWE star signing with AEW soon. Not confirmed this one, but we've seen Marina Shafir ripping through people on AEW Dark for the past few weeks. And there was a video on Dynamite that sort of hyped her up as this dominant presence who's going to be a problem for the women's division. I think she's signing.
I think if not already, I think, Marina Shafir is somebody who because again, it felt like WWE was like, yeah, this is a really cool idea, but they just never got around to it. It was just kind of like WWE, sort of like me with Gunpla kits, where it's like, oh, I'm building the tall geese from Gundam, and I'll kind of have it half built, and then I'll find another one, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna build you now. So if AEW is willing to put the time into talent like Marina Shafir, I think that we could see, something beyond the let's fight, let's play T-shirts with her and Jessamine Duke, and I think it's sort of a no-brainer.
It is. And I've really enjoyed. Watch some of the stuff she does on Dark, because she is a force.
The links to Roddy.
Of course, yes.
That's never going to stop me going, Roddy's going there. It's never going to stop my brain doing that.
We talked about Paul White, you and I, the other day, because he wanted to have a match in his hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. He threw a coin into the wishing well, and it came true.
Did he, or did he just grab Toni off the floor like that kind of sexy meme?
I haven't seen that meme. Don't know what you're talking about. Not even seen that one. Whatever it is, don't even know if it is a rude film. So it came true. It was on Dark Elevation that we saw Paul White put the singlet back on and batter Austin Green. It was nice to see.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him. He had a lovely time. It was a match for Dark Elevation. This isn't like him coming back and taking a top spot.
I'm very selfish. But we're going back through WCW right now, aren't we?
On the Cultaholic Classic Nitro review, new episode later.
Just one more, Paul. Just one more. Just a moonsault, please. Just a moonsault, please. Just one.
It's a cruel twist of fate that Paul White is in the best shape of his life, and it's as he's pretty much retired.
I'm just happy for him either way, to be honest. He's made his money. He's having fun, and we're getting Captain Insano at some point soon. I'm chuffed.
There is a tease for a Captain Insano run. What a time that we live in. We could see Paul White change his name to Captain Insano. We've seen King Woods change his name. Back to Xavier Woods. They've dropped the King of the Ring stuff.
So he is just back to being, as Tom said, Xavier Woods. But he tweeted out, call me King Woods, call me Xavier Woods, call me Austin Creed. May as well call me King Midas, since everything I touch turns to gold. And I look great in that picture, almost as good as in real life.
Yes.
It's a bit annoying, but at the same time, WWE, there's never really been... And since they brought it back, they haven't really established any kind of how long are you King of the Ring for? Because Corbin was just king forever.
Yeah, he was king for like 1700
It's just like, all right, okay, so how long is it going to be from tournament to tournament? Or no, okay, right.
I like the King of the Ring. I just think there needs to be like
something that goes with it.
Yeah, like a reason to do it rather than just you can cosplay as royalty a bit.
Yeah, you are now allowed to use a bad English accent.
That That's quite common. I remember back in my day when the King of the Ring winner, on the odd occasion, would get a SummerSlam title shot. Not
Yeah,
all,
why not?
It was kind of half-hearted, half-witted rule that they had.
I
Make
get
that.
It ties them into it so that when some celebrity goes, "Hey, I'm free on Wednesday," Vince doesn't just go, "Well, you're going to get the title shot." So I don't know if it's because they don't want to lock themselves into any long-form booking, but
what it is, isn't it? You don't want long-form booking.
Still, he'll always be King Woods to me.
He will always be King Woods to me. In our hearts, he will live right here. Maybe Sam Driver and I can live in your hearts
Or
right
pockets.
here. Or in your pockets via the power of these. Look at these! Look at them! Look at these! Tom Campbell and Sam Driver, wrestling buddies. Look at the side. Look, these are gorgeous. And for those asking why my hand is blue,
I'm completely bald at the back.
oh yeah,
Yes.
that's graphics. That is. Mine comes with a little Barry the Shark on the back.
It does.
If you wondered why my hand was blue.
Mine comes with loads of tattoos and stuff.
How accurate are the tats?
They're accurate. Yeah.
They're accurate tats,
Yeah.
aren't they? Look at that. These can
And
be
the
yours.
head is like sort of. They've done a good job here because my head's actually wider than my shoulders.
Yeah.
So they've made me look sexy here.
These will beautifully complement your Cultaholic wrestling buddies. They're available now at cultaholicshop.com, where there is 38% off.
How much, Tom?
38%.
How much, Tom?
38% off. By the time Iron Sheik gets to the ring, it'll be 38% off at cultaholicshop.com. More news throughout the day as well at cultaholic.com.
But the 38% lasts for all of WrestleMania 38 weekend. It's available now, and like the discount's available now until Monday.
Terms and conditions
get
apply.
in before everything goes back up in price.
Got this weekend to get these 38% off.
I've got merch.
More news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.